Every man is gifted with a source of endless power, and yet 99.9% of people give it all away. They betray themselves. I am talking about the power of your mind. This video will not be politically correct and might get deleted, so make sure you watch it until the end before it gets taken offline. We will go over 2 ways in which people give away the power of their mind. Number 1, self-betrayal. Most people allow their own mind to betray them. Listen, your mind is powerful beyond measure. If you allow your mind to believe a weakening thought, that thought will become a reality. Let's take 2 cancer patients. The first patient tells himself it's no use. The cancer has already spread and life has no meaning. Guess what? The powerful force of his mind is going to make it a reality. Subconsciously, his body will not fight as hard as it possibly can. It will not heal to the best of its abilities. He has decided to end his own life. Now, let's look at the second patient. He is telling himself that he is too genetically gifted and blessed to be killed by cancer. Arrogant, perhaps. He tells himself the sunlight he gets and the water he drinks is directly healing him from his cancer. Same for the daily movement he does and the whole foods he eats. Delusional, perhaps. Guess what? The second patient might also die, but the second person has significantly increased his chances of survival. Both consciously and subconsciously, his body will fight. This is why every now and then you hear doctors being shocked at someone's healing process. They can't explain it. Science is amazing, but it only has a novice understanding of the human mind. This is why you will find that a lot of smart people that only base their opinions on studies and science often have weak minds. Novices. Do not underestimate the power of your own mind, and do not allow your mind to betray you. The power of the mind is something that can't be measured to its fullest capacity. That's how great it is. It doesn't matter if you take all the greatest scientists in the world and put them all in a room. They will only be able to scratch the surface of the human mind. Let me give you another example. It is common knowledge that breastfeeding is better than formula. It is the healthiest option for both the mother and the baby. At the same time, you will find less and less mothers breastfeeding their babies in Western first world countries. Only 1 in 200 women in the UK breastfeed their children. Why? In a lot of countries, women have been fed to believe that it is normal that a lot of women can't breastfeed or don't produce enough milk. Their mind has accepted this as a reality, and their body subconsciously follows that belief. It is their mind that has disabled their natural ability to breastfeed. Babies are much more likely to be breastfed in low and middle income countries. In these countries, it is a lot less affordable to buy formula, and so they cannot adopt the belief that most women can't breastfeed. Their body does what it was designed to do. Do you understand? In this example, it is the mother's mind that can betray her own child. Allowing yourself to believe a weakening thought is self-betrayal, as that thought will become a reality. Number 2, letting other people control your mind. Here is the truth. Not a single government may have your best interests at heart. Not the media, not big corporations, and certainly not politicians. In fact, it may be the opposite. If they could press a single button and control you like a puppet, they would smash that button. At the same time, you will find the vast majority of people believing and discussing their agenda on a daily basis. Some people will hear this and think it's a conspiracy theory, which is also a brilliant chess move that has been played. You see, the term conspiracy theory has been stigmatized as something only a crazy person could come up with. Ask yourself why that is. The term has been shamed so badly that anyone who doubts anything mentions they are not a conspiracy theorist before even speaking. The truth is that some conspiracies are absolutely real. people plot and commit harmful acts, especially at the highest level of powers in the world. You would be a fool to believe otherwise. But this video is not about that. The other people that heard what I just said will agree with it. At the same time, most people are still letting their mind be controlled. Listen, you need to question everything you are being told. Ask yourself who wants you to believe something and why. If you are told you have a mental disease that can't be fixed, ask yourself why someone wants you to believe this weakening thought. There are many mental diseases that only exist in first world countries. Why is that? Countries that face more hardships and poverty can't allow more weakening thoughts to enter their reality. They are already struggling. The reality is that many mental health issues only exist in places where people can afford to accept these weakening thoughts. An excellent way to control people is by having them believe things that will weaken them. It is no coincidence that Americans buy much more medicine per person than any other country. You see, in the Western world, science is everything. The people often don't question science, and that is why their minds are easily controlled. Science can be amazing, but there are two things you should know about it. The first one being that there are no absolute truths in science. There are only approximate truths. Whether a statement, theory, or framework is true or not depends on quantitative factors and how closely you examine or measure the results. The second one being that many scientific studies are wrong. And they are wrong because many scientists are interested in funding and careers rather than truth. This is why there are many false and corrupt scientific studies out there. When you accept something to be a flawless reality without questioning it, it can be used against you like a lethal weapon. This is something that happens with science. Many people don't even look into the studies and just accept headlines as a reality. If you don't want other people to control your mind, you need to question everything before you choose to accept it as a reality. This channel was not made to spread nonsense, but made to help men level up in life. I still want you to question what I am telling you before accepting it as a reality. If you want to see more videos on the power of the mind, leave a comment to let me know. There is much more to the human mind than can be discussed in a single video. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.